In school, we learn to read, write, and do math. We also learn to walk in lines, ask for permission to use the restroom, and feel ashamed for being different. However, there are skills we don't learn in school that are hard to master but are incredibly worthwhile in the long run. These skills surpass any frustration you might experience while trying to learn them. Here are 8 difficult skills that, if you learn them, will be worth it. Have you noticed that gyms are always full at the beginning of the year, but after just a few months, they go back to being almost empty? Starting something is relatively easy. It just takes a little motivation. But what's truly hard is being consistent in the long run. Creating a habit and sticking with it for life is one of the biggest battles you can face, but it's also one of the most rewarding. Now, it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you don't have financial skills, you'll always be a slave to your money. Have you seen my reviews of The Richest Man in Babylon, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and Rich Dad Poor Dad? These books teach you how to manage your finances so that you control your money instead of letting it control you. But it's so hard to read a book. But it's so hard to go to the gym. But it's so hard to eat a salad. The next skill is doing what you don't want to do, but what you know is the best option for you. We're no longer spoiled children whining, "I want this, I want that." We're adults with fully developed frontal lobes, meaning we can evaluate what's good for us in the long term and make sound decisions. So let's go. Put salad on your plate, do some exercise, and buy a book to read. Half of your problems will be solved if you just do the basics well. Do it even if you don't feel like it. I can't forget the skill that allows us to deeply understand ourselves, our thoughts, emotions, values, behaviors, and motivations. I'm talking about self-awareness, the ability to be conscious of your own personality, including its strengths and weaknesses. Imagine, for instance, an introvert who, because they were raised around extroverts, believes they're one too. They wake up and immediately play loud music, as everyone around them does. They start their day calling all their friends and spend every weekend going to parties or clubs, but they feel drained, overwhelmed, and moody without understanding why. Another skill I was going to mention is meditation, but since I know that might be too advanced for most people, let's take a step back and talk about quieting the mind. Can you still sit on your couch for 10 minutes doing absolutely nothing? No TV, no phone, no books, no distractions of any kind? This skill helps you focus on the present moment, manage stress, increase patience, and reduce negative emotions. Think of it as a mental exercise. Just 10 minutes could drastically improve your life. And since we've talked about silence, now we need to discuss communication. Being able to communicate effectively is almost like a superpower, giving you advantages in your career, relationships, and life in general. Writing well also helps immensely, whether it's crafting an email that captures attention or organizing the ideas in your mind. There's a powerful connection between writing and thinking. Developing one inevitably strengthens the other. I have a friend who was too skinny and wanted to gain some muscle mass. He set a challenge for himself to gain 5 kilos in the next 3 months. Long story short, he didn't succeed, but what I want to highlight here is that he basically gave up within the first month. I say basically because he never admitted it, but his actions showed it. He lied to himself, saying he wanted to reach his goal, but deep down, that wasn't what he truly wanted. Being honest with ourselves is a difficult skill, but it's essential if we want to solve our problems and achieve our goals. Something most of us do during conversations is listening only to respond, but a difficult skill worth mastering is listening with the intent to understand. What does this mean? It means recognizing that the person you're talking to might know something you don't and seeking to learn from the useful information they share. Being an effective listener can help you better understand what people really want improve your relationships, and ensure you have something valuable to contribute when it's your turn to speak. If you've listened with the intent to understand all these skills, it's time to start putting them into practice so that, both in the short and long term, you can be a better person